knows that. Once you connected the database, the next step is to set up the tables.
Immediately it will list down all the tables, whatever is part of that database. It will list down. If you want, you can create a new table. You can even create a new databases for that server and add or edit columns. All those things can be performed here. So yesterday we created the three tables: department, employee, and organization. And we were building the UI and API for organization. Today we'll continue. So we'll build end-to-end organization, department, and employee.
So I just want to ask you all, everybody's clear on this, correct? This process, correct? Okay. So let's go to the
So
next
this is
step.
the problem statement we were working on first one. So we'll continue where we stopped yesterday.
So Chris, I will
So
share the problem statement with you and probably your username and ID, and I'll share all the links for your for the for the videos. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead then.
yeah, so we were building the organization screen. So here you can see we were building the view and add forms. So let me continue from there. So this was the page we were building. So let's build the add form, view form, delete, edit on the organization. Then we will continue on the department as well. So let me move up this. So here we have built the add organization form. So if I open that form, so here we added, if you see the databases, company name, code and type. So same thing we added. So let me add a button, save button. So let me do this. So you can style whatever the way we want. Let's say I want a padding, you can adjust like I want a padding. If I want a background color, you can change it as per your theme and also I'm not focusing much on the styling part. I'm focusing today also as well as on the functionality. So now whenever I save the organization, this data, whatever company name, code and type should get registered into the SQL. So here, so I have already built the API, so organization API to insert into the MySQL. So let me build the pipeline. So here, so like I was telling, we need to build the pipelines like save organization. So here we can call the API and here you can pick it up. So organization API endpoint is my add. So before request, so add organization data to request. So I'll just give a pipeline name and then post pipeline. Like once I add the data into the
Yeah. Can you? Let me just check if the internet is working on our side. Okay. Maybe we lost it.
Joshua, are you there? I think he's facing some network issue. There was a lot of rain actually yesterday in this continent. Give me a few seconds, okay?
Internet is bad, huh? But I saw that Jio has launched some high-speed 5 GB, 5G
Actually,
internet
the
connection.
area also which he stays in, right? It's quite like outside of the city. So that's another reason for like bad connectivity. Otherwise, within the city limits, it's pretty good. He stays a little bit like on the outside. And
Okay, okay.
getting
Okay, he's joined. Okay. Welcome back.
Is
Here
it
we have the
is it
Okay.
stable now,
initial.
Baswa? The network?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's try it again. We can refresh.
So you hope you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's visible now. You can continue.
So here, if you see organization view, so organization let me show to show it. One is like open as or I can open pop or I can support.
Continue, continue. Hello.
Let me change my positions.
Okay, continue, Baswa. We'll see if it's a problem.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah, no problem.
yeah, continue. Baswa, are you there?
Guess he can't hear us.
I think so.
Vision, is it clear now?
Yeah, yeah, better.
Yeah, it's better.
So hope you can see my screen. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
So we have the add organization button and we have the add organization page as well. So whenever I click on add organization, I want to open the page. So now I'm going to create a pipeline add organization button click. So I'll just give a pipeline. So here we have this step called side panel where I can pick my organization form and I can save it. So let me assign a pipeline here. So for this button, I am assigning add organization button click pipeline. Let me save it. So if I refresh and organization, so can you see here? So it is rendering. So it is rendering. I want to open it as a side panel. So I will show you how we can render it as a side panel. So this form on click of a button, it will open. So let me
Okay, so when you click on add organization, it will open, right?
Yeah. So, but I'm making it a open it as a pop-up, so I'm just changing it. So instead of this, let me open as a. So you can see like this one as a pop-up way we can open. Another one as a side panel we can open, or there is a one more option called switch page. So this is one more. You can see, so it is like completely a new page, it will open in a new page. Let's say, so we have multiple fields where showing everything in a pop-up is we don't have more space. So in that case I want to open it completely in a new page. So whenever I click on it, it opens completely onto this page, and I can save it, and then once it is saved I can refresh the page. So three way we support. So side panel, some UI issue I'm getting, I will present it tomorrow or next call. So pop-up I will go for time being, so I will change the type with the pop-up. So let me refresh. So on click of add, so you can see there is a form loaded. So now I will just enter it, I will just create it and then save. So let me show you the network. So now we have the add form. Just go here. So let me add a save button. So 1 second. So that one not got saved. Okay, sorry. Organization. So due to the network, whatever I just saved it, it was not saved. So I'm just adding it again before data request. So call API. I'll just pick my organization API. Endpoint is add before request pipeline and after data add pipeline. So I will just add the data, whatever add data to request. So company name. Then let me add one more. Company type, company code. So here I have added a pipeline for a button save, which calls the API. So, and this is my button. So here you can map that pipeline. So save organization. I can map whenever a user clicks on this save organization button. So this is the pipeline I have assigned, so that it will make a call to the API, whatever I have created. I have created an organization API. It will make a call to organization API, and a method is add. And then once the user gets added, I can show a success message. So like organization added successfully. So you can use the alert message. So let me show you. So company name, I'll just pick the type. Component type cannot be null. So okay. So let me check the column name, what it is going. So if you see this, so this is the data it went. Can you see here? I think developer can easily understand. Say whenever I added a data and I'm making a request, company name, company code, and company types. So it went. So here only thing is it is going as an object. So company types it is going. In my database, I have created only company type. So if I open the data API. So in the add data source, so this is my add data source. So here it is just company type. So I'll just change the variable name in the company type. So let me edit. I'll just change it company type, and then in my add data to request, I'll just change it to company type. That's it. Now if I refresh and add date stamp, so date stamp it is expecting. So I have not populated the date stamp. So let me add the date stamp as well. So if you see in my ad, I have given a name as a modified on as well as created on. So I'll just declare a date. So get current date. So here I can give modified on, and one more I need is last timestamp created on. Okay, so I'll just make it created on. So this one I want to make it down, so that first I'm declaring the modified on and then created on. So basically I'm reading the current timestamp of my server and then I'm initializing. So save organization, you can see organization added successfully. So if I show you the view page, it should come. See here, public, I created one company name and a company code. So if I want to give a proper like the pen, so testing company code public. Can you see here? So this data is added into your database. So whatever the form I have created, it got added. So let me refresh. So now I just added the page. This grid is not refreshing automatically. So to do that, so in my organization add form, so I'm just showing the success page, organization added successfully. So then I can have a steps. You can see there is a reload page, refresh page. So multiple steps are there. I can just use this step so that it will reload it. So whenever I add a data and I make a call, so it will just refresh it. Can you see here? Automatically it is closing the form and it is refreshing. So here, organization added successfully. So this, it is showing mail invoice. These are all the icons. It was out of the box we added. So let me remove that mail one. So we need only edit and delete. So let me remove that mail button. So here you can see there are multiple menus. So I go with action. So where I don't need this mail invoice. I'll just remove this and I just save it. Can you guys see? So any questions?
Can you just go through this again, please?
Yeah.
Just quite quickly, because I think there are quite a few steps involved in this.
So in organization view, I have a button called say add organization. So here whenever I click on this add organization, I want to show this form. So how to do that? So we everything, like I said, it is every control as a click events. So you can see button click. So for a button click, I am calling a pipeline called add organization button click. So if I open that pipeline, so here I'm just calling the pop-up layout and I'm passing my page name. So page name is organization ad. That is the page I have built. So this page is I have given name as organization ad. And then what is the screen? And you can give the width and height also. Let's say I want a bigger one. I can make it 70. So like this, you can change the width and height of the pixel pop up. So like this, whenever I click on a button, I'm just calling a step. It is only one step. On button click, I'm calling a pop-up layout. So when user clicks on that button, so you can see it got increased 70% I have given. So that pop-up will render. Now the form came. So the next step is I want to take the inputs from the user and save it to the AP, save into the database. So that one, if I open the organization ad, so here, so yesterday when I was creating the form itself, I informed like we need to create a name for the variable to hold. Like this is the company name, and for other one I have created a company code, and another one I have created as a company type. So every data input, so I'm assigning a variable or a name to that, so that I can take that and pass it to the UI, sorry, API. So if I see, I have a button called save organization. So whenever user clicks on the save organization, I want to read all the data and save it into my SQL. So for that, for a save organization, I have written a pipeline save organizations. If you can click here, can you see here save organization? So save organization, click. I'm again calling an API with the organization API. This is the API I have developed. Add is my method name, and before data is what I pass the data to the request, and after data, once the API is executed, what I need to do. So it is like basically like a workflow kind of thing where I can just define what I want to do. In the after data add, I'm just displaying a message organization added, and then I'm show or refresh a page. So here I'm reloading the page. So this entire backend page, whatever we have, this organization view page, I'm just refreshing. In the before data request, I'm just passing all the data like company name, company code, and the company type. Whatever user enters it, I'm adding to the request, so that when a user clicks on the save button, all these data are sent to the API, and that API is stored into the database.
Okay, one question for you. You can do multiple forms in this, right?
Yeah.
And then you can move it to somewhere else or move it in your program by using this pipeline, right?
Yes, definitely. So let's say you want within a single page, you want both organization as well as department. Let's say, so you can go and create a new column. So like if you take this page, so this is the one column layout we have created where it has only organization data. So in this case, I can go and create another column. Say here, this is organization, and now I can add a department also here. One more button I can add. This can be a department. Add department you can give. So like this you can build whatever the layout we want. It is not like fixed layout, because let me show you one testing page. So in this page you can choose whatever the layout we want. It is basically a screen is nothing but the number of rows and columns. So I can choose whatever the row I want, and then I can define the column structure. Like let's say I want a 4 columns. So this one I want a single column, single column. So like this you can define, and inside each cell I can add the components. So whatever the component I want, I can add it. So that way the responsive page also will work automatically, and then whatever the layout we want, we can build it. Any complex layout we need, we can achieve through this. And within this column also, we have something called inner container. I can add an inner container, and then I can add a component within the inner container. So like this, a nested level of layout platform supports where you can add you can build any type of layout. So UX, like I said, we will we'll have a one more complete session on the UX, like how to build, how to beautify, how to make the enterprise look and feels. So such things we can have a separate call. We will present you, but we are focusing more on the end-to-end building on the API and the UI.
Okay.
Any questions?
Any questions, Sandeep, Kushal? No. Okay, so so we've understood the page building of pages. We can try that out. What about functionality of pages? Like supposing you want to do some calculations or something like that, right? How does
Yeah.
that work?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
supposing
So we will take this scenario itself, like organization and department. I think you guys are clear, right? It's just a basic forms we are deploying. So if you want, I can focus on the employee where. So these are their rights. So give me a report telling how many employees I have in the organization. Give me a report telling who has the birthday in this month. So these things we can focus if you want,
yeah,
so
let's
that
do that.
we can use the APIs and building.
Yeah, so let's do that. So we can start understanding one more field. One more table we have to do is basically attach employees to an organization, correct? Which employee belongs to which organization, correct?
Yeah, here we have the organization and department columns, right? Whenever I create a employee, during employee creation itself, I will pick the organization and department, and I can assign or I can edit to change.
Okay, okay. All right, so let's do the calculate how many
Sorry.
employees, how many who has got a birthday today, something like that, right?
Yes. So let me. I think already 12 o'clock. Is that fine?
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can continue. I think so. Monday we'll give them the ideas, let them explore this at least basic page building. Kushal, Shubhangi, you guys have any like questions or Shrimam, like around the whatever has been done so far in terms of pipelines, in terms of steps, in terms of page creation. Don't worry about the beautifying part right now. Only worry about just building it. UI UX will have a very deep dive in session with you guys for that. If you
Okay.
that will be separate. Don't worry about that. Just build basic whatever explore you want to do it. But any questions in terms of whatever steps he has done so far? Kushal?
No, actually, currently I don't have any queries. Yesterday I've created two APIs for departments, pipelines I've created for departments. I will work on creating form and view and add functionality, like just we gone through today. So after that, I will, if I have any query, I'll ask on the group itself.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah, I've gone through the pipeline building and endpoint APIs yesterday for department.
Yes, so all the steps are very developer friendly. So you will know obviously what your guys are building. Because normally how you code it, this how we have structured it. Like step by step processing, you don't have to worry about complexity. Any doubts, anything, Basuraj is there to guide you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll provide you IDs we can provide Basur to them.
Yeah. Today in the afternoon I will create it.
Because I want them to play with this. I myself am going to play with this.
Okay.
So then we can assign each ID to whoever's doing it, and then they can
Right.
look at it, and then figure it out. And there are videos also, so all the videos, everything will be in their access, so that
Yes, exactly.
they can
So
go
they will
and
look
play.
back through and go through the steps one by
Yes,
one.
one. So I'll post this video, so it's a good thing. So let them play with it around the weekend, and then basically we'll get back to you on Monday, correct?
Yes, yes.
So with the questions. So Monday.
So what I suggest, sir, like Monday we can have 1 hour call and you complete both the POC what we created. Let's do it everything end to end. Let's
Yeah,
record the complete cycle, like what from start to end, how we built completely. We will record it and then use the video and rebuild it again with each logins whatever we have shared. So that way, whatever I have explained during the call, you guys try out by following the video and then you build it. So
yeah,
that way you can also understand and any doubt or any improvement you want to feel, so that we can cover everything. So let's build the POC completely in one call and then you use that video to rebuild it again.
okay. Okay then. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, and a few improvements. So what we are doing is like so we added the, I think for developers like Kushal and others, like we are adding add data to request and all, right. So this one also we are moving as part of this itself, where user can define the body parameters what they want to send. So that way they don't have to create multiple pipelines. So within this itself they can do. And whenever user clicks on this uh, so whenever I assign a event and a pipeline, and whenever I click on that, directly it will navigate you to this where you can add the steps. That's all. So we are improving the multiple steps, whatever we are doing to reduce the number of steps also. So those improvements we are keep on doing, but try to understand the concept. Like in our platform, like I said, we have pipelines and the UI. Pipelines is nothing but a list of steps, like one after the other. That is sequence of step that combines my business logic, and that pipeline I can call it from the UI through an endpoint. So I create an endpoint for a pipeline. I just call it. That's all. It's just like a sequence of flowchart. I am just making a steps.
Okay.
The only thing is you need to understand the steps, like what are available as a platform. So we are documenting and we will keep on sharing with you. And most of the steps by reading the name itself you can understand. So if anything complex, we are improving on the documentation part so that each steps can be understandable by the users easily. And there is a corresponding documentation page we support. Like every step, we will provide a documentation page to understand what that step is doing, so that input and output you can compare and you can use the steps as per your business.
Okay.
Okay.
So documentation part, videos for every modules, whatever we are demoing, and the POC. So all three we will share you in coming days.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So I'm ending the call. If you